Hey everybody, it's Heidi Burkemper. I'm coming to you from Aspen, Colorado, which is my happy place, my dream place, and I get to live here. Thank you to Isagenix, because we can work our business from anywhere, at any time, from wherever we want, on top of a mountain, at the beach. It's just such a luxury. So this is going to be an amazing call. We've got Angie, Lyle, and crew. We've got Tisha, and I'm so sorry. What was Terry?
Terry.
Okay. Terry, and we're going to talk about building through the holidays. This is a time, guys, to, instead of slow down, speed up. Speed up. You know, I can't tell you how many people have said, oh my gosh, this is the first time in the history of ever that I haven't gained weight over Thanksgiving, right? Because we have our amazing products to fall back on. So I want to, and, you know, also sprinting through the holidays and, you know, really sharing our nutritional technology when you're with family and friends, which we all are more than ever during this time of year, is a way to really tee up 2017 so that it's going to be your best year ever and that we can cruise into 2017 with momentum. So before we get started with Angie, Angie and team, Tisha and Terry, I love the TT and A. I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to talk real quick about Cyber Monday, which it's super exciting. This, you guys, is basically the most incredible, best value, best ever savings and event that Isagenix has ever offered. And so I want to talk a little bit about how to market for this. And, you know, I want to thank also Mary O'Donnell and Jordan Bringleson and Danielle Russo-Slew for spearheading this. But, you know, definitely, I want to let you know, all I've done is taken information that Mary and Danielle and Jordan have provided and copy and pasted it into. So I want to, yeah, copy, paste, customize. So I want to give credit where credit is due, but I've consolidated all this phenomenal information and put it in one Evernote. So marketing for Cyber Monday, and I will share this in our idea exchange groups. I can share it, Angie, with you, and you can share it with your team, etc. But basically, how do we market for this unbelievable event? How do we tee up, you know, all those people that are marinating in real people, real results, the people that you have shared Isagenix with but haven't yet pulled the trigger? Today's the day, guys. Today is the day. So I love this. I'll be sharing again this guys, also here's some background noise. You can mute yourselves out. We will open it up at the end and we'll collaborate, you know, because we do want this to be a group call. But anyway, again, you can go to my personal Facebook page, Heidi Burkemper, and I have actually just, you know, posted this exact thing. And basically, just to bring you up to speed, stand up to the holidays. You're invited to fight weight gain, bust stress, gain long-lasting energy, sleep like never before. Join us today to experience Isagenix from the comfort of wherever you are and learn about how you can benefit from this cutting-edge nutritional technology. Guys, post this on your wall. Let this do the work for you. I mean, how fun is this? Join us live on any of the following Zoom calls. We have 4 convenient times where you can log on. Just click on the link of the time that works for you and join us for a fun, no pressure, inspirational, informative call. So they choose what time works for them. They click on it and they, you know, basically, here, I'll just show you real quick. They click on this, it goes to a Facebook page, and they say, whoops, and they say going, okay? So it's as simple as that. But here, let's take it to the next level, because we don't want to stop there. We really want to make sure to get people engaged. They might see this, but make sure you back it up, okay, with reaching out to your prospects personally. You can reach out to them by Facebook message or text, and then you're going to copy, paste, and customize something like this. Thank you, Jordan. And, you know, again, I will be sharing this. You can copy paste. It's as easy as that. And what I'm going to do personally, because I feel like, whoops, I don't know why that did that. But personally, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pair that with a voice text, because I think there's something about someone hearing your voice and the excitement in your voice and the music in your voice. So I'm going to say something like this. I'm going to copy, paste, and customize that awesome, you know, deal that Jordan shared. But I'm going to say, hey, you know what, Christy, I'm so excited about this Cyber Monday and all the savings and value associated with this. I know you've been kind of looking at Isagenix. I know you've expressed interest. Now's the time to pull the trigger. This is really, really cool. Isagenix, in my 5 years with being in Isagenix, I've never seen such a huge savings. I really encourage you to even deepen your savings further by plugging into one of these calls. Let me know if you have any questions, and you will get not only free shipping, but more. You know, give them a little, create some intrigue surrounding it. You know, call them on the phone. You know, call your main people on the phone, the people that you really think are ready to get started. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Angie and Terry and Tisha, and they're going to talk about building our businesses through the holidays. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks. That was great, Heidi. You took my first portion there, so that was awesome. That's all done. So I think the main thing that I want to start out with then is just to say that it's business as usual, except it's on steroids around the holidays. We have so many opportunities. Don't you agree? Because we're running into people that we haven't seen, and you know, maybe from the standpoint of family members that we're not always together with. There's lots of friends that we reconnect with at Christmas. It's all about good food, new memories. So it just makes for a really great way to connect. And we have, you know, such wonderful news to connect with. And so you mentioned Cyber Monday. So that's one of the ways that, you know, gives us an excuse or reason to reach out with some great information. That is super. So Heidi, on your private message, where would they go to just copy and paste that? I know you said you'll make it available. Where would they go to do that?
Well, you know what? First of all, I have idea exchange groups.
Okay.
And I will go ahead and post them in both of those, and I'll post them. Miriam.
What if you just private message me and then I can get it to our group?
I will. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and post this also right here in the message of this call. So hold on.
Okay. Sounds good.
And I'm good. Hey guys, also, I'm going to be adding to this Evernote more information. When people have questions, go ahead and text me or private message me, and I will answer those questions in the Evernote. So this Evernote, by the way, when you click on this, it's a live link. So as I edit it, you're going to get the most recent copy of it. That's what's so beautiful about it. Okay, sorry, I'm done.
No, that was good. When I came to network marketing, it's been over 10 years ago now, I was amazed at how many people just sort of took a little break around Christmas time. Because I owned my own businesses at that time. I had a entrance business and a dance business, dance studio. And I worked right up until the 23rd, and I had always done that. So it was just really odd to me that people would put things down around this time of the year, because just like I said earlier, there's just so many opportunities to connect, reconnect, and find ways to share this opportunity. And, you know, in December, people are starting to think about the new year. They're starting to think about where am I going to end this year, and what do I want to change? And residual income is a great thing to be talking to people about. I loved what Susan Watson said on the call this morning She said, one of the reasons I build a network with a network marketing company is because of the residual income. And if you don't know what that is, you got to find out. So you can create a lot of intrigue around that. That's a word that people throw around. And sometimes people who have always worked for somebody else really don't understand what residual income is. And that's, doing the work once and getting paid for it again and again and again. It's getting paid while you're sleeping, it's going to bed, maybe checking your, your isopulse and getting up and you got new notifications. And that's so exciting because what you were doing was not working at that particular time, but you do work to create residual income. And so we have a lot of opportunity, I think, to bring that to the forefront as people are reevaluating their year and looking to next year and what do they want to do different and what do they want to create as far as income. And we can be an integral part of that, which is, I think, really, really exciting. So if we're looking for these opportunities, your back office is a gold mine to find some of these opportunities. So I would really, really encourage you to open up your back office and look. And first of all, look and see who all is active, because Cyber Monday applies to everybody, not just a new associate. So you can place a wholesale order, right, of 125 BV plus, and move your auto ship out and take advantage of the free shipping. Another thing is, a lot of times people will want additional products. Maybe their auto ship's already gone, but they don't want to pay the shipping. Well, today's that perfect opportunity to take advantage of that. And we have so many seasonal sales going on right now. So I would encourage you to be thinking ahead, okay? So think about what's coming up on your calendar. Who are you entertaining? Where are you going? Having hostess gifts and things to pass out. What better thing to pass out than our Iced Delight chocolates or a bag of coffee or, whatever it might be. So we need to be arriving with those healthy, nutritional snacks. And again, that's just that gate opener. It opens up that door for us to be able to talk about what it is we're doing. So I encourage you to do that. So look and see who's active and where are the opportunities for today for people to take advantage of Cyber Monday, even in their own accounts, or to place extra orders. And then who's inactive? That's a real biggie. I love to be able to call people and say, tell me what's been going on and, where are you and what are you wanting to do towards the new year? And this is the best time to get started is right now because we have free shipping today. And so placing that urgency around getting re-engaged. And I just did that with a couple of people over the weekend, and there's a few people I didn't get a hold of. So today I'll be able to offer that Cyber Monday, which I think is really exciting. But we want to keep people engaged in our back office. And a lot of times it's just out and touching that person. So I encourage you have just a huge opportunity in your own back office. And then reach out to people who are in your funnel. And, you touched on that, Heidi, already, but we do have people on the fence. So this is a great opportunity to plug them into one of those calls today. You're the messenger, but sometimes, if it's somebody in the medical field, Terry's in the medical field, and so she would be a great three-way call for me. Tisha does real estate as well, and is really a mompreneur and does a lot of different things. And so she, as a businesswoman, would be somebody I could reach out to, for a three-way call. So, or it could be this call, the Zoom call that's going to come up at noon, and then again at 3, and then again at 6, or is it 9 o'clock? I don't know. You have all the schedules there. We have them in our round tree. So take advantage of that. Just start brainstorming. A lot of times going through your back office will help you to start that brainstorming process. And then look at your calendar and see who is it that I need to get back to? Who is it that hasn't made that decision? I'm thinking of someone particular that was on Real People, Real Results. Talked to them over the weekend, could not get that closed, but now today we still have some of the same opportunities that we had on Black Friday, and here we are, with Cyber Monday. So maybe today, is the right day. But we can be guaranteed the answer is no unless we take the opportunity and we reach out. So I just encourage you to do those things. Now is the time to get started. Sometimes we hear that objection of, oh, maybe I'm just, I hear what you're saying. Maybe I should just wait till January. There's a lot going on between now and Christmas, and I'm just going to wait. And that's one of the reasons I asked Terry to join us, because last year I reached out to her It was right before Thanksgiving. And we started chatting back and forth, and that was her excuse. Okay, well, I'll do it in maybe, January. And I'm going to grab my husband and a friend, and we're going to do it together, but we're all going to start in January. And I was like, why? Why are you going to do that?
Because we wanted to eat the goodies.
And I said, I hear you loud and clear, because that's what this season is about. It's fun. It's about food. It's about memories. And there's just a lot of goodies, right, that are really tempting. So it was my opportunity to say, I could really see that to be true if this were a diet. But this is not a diet. This is a lifestyle change. And it's a way to just grab hold of your health right now and be super proactive through the holidays. And so you and I talked a little bit about Isodolite chocolates and some of the protein bars that are chocolate, right? Or lemon or a nutty cashew caramel. I mean, there's lots of ways to participate in holiday parties. And so anyway, give me a little bit more of the thought process with you and Brian, because it took a couple of days. It wasn't just right off the bat that you bought into my program.
A friend of mine, Tammy, she was going to join at the same time with me, and we decided we wouldn't tell Angie, but we were going to wait. So, and then Angie shot me a text, and she just like, well, why would you wait? And I go, well, why would we wait? So, she just talked me into it just like that. And so we were so glad, because my mindset was that, we were going to be deprived. And she talked to me, she said, but this is a lifestyle. And I didn't really understand that. But when she told me, just have a shake, half a shake before you go to your mother's house. And I was like, okay, I can have both. And so, when it kind of clicked in my mind that it wasn't one or the other, that there really wasn't a diet, that I could still have anything I wanted, then I was much more open to that.
Right.
But I felt like I was going to be deprived.
Yeah.
But when I got over that, then
yeah,
it was great.
And so this is where I want to encourage you all. Be the consultant. That's what we are. We're consultants, okay? And people just don't know. It's something new to them, and you weren't really that familiar with the program. What does it look like? It seemed like it was all about deprivation and restriction, So instead, what you can do as the consultant is turn that around and say, hey, listen, and this is one of the great tips on ISA FYI this year, under one of the articles about 7 great tips to staying fit during the holidays. And one of them is this rule called the 85-15 rule. And what that is, 85% of the time, make these healthy choices. And what Isagenix does, what the program's going to do for you, Terry, is help you to make those good choices, right? And 15% of the time, then go ahead, have some fun. I mean, if you need to have a drink, if you need to have something sweet at a party or whatever. But what you're going to find is that your taste buds are going to change. Your cravings are going to change. Did you find that to be true?
Quickly.
Yeah.
Very quick.
Yeah. And so instead of picking up the traditional 5 to 10 pounds that people sometimes pick up between now and the first of the year, you didn't gain any weight, did you?
No.
So, and your husband Brian did it, Tammy did it with you. And so they really had this team, accountability team, that really led them through the holidays. They kind of encouraged and were able to spur one another on and even share, right? You guys were sharing because you were getting results.
And I just signed up a girl not too long ago, and she, Becky.
Yeah.
And I noticed that she posted in RPRR something about so glad she didn't wait, but she had the same mindset I did.
Right.
But when that just kind of clicked, then yay.
It makes sense. And so what we have to do is help people make it click by giving them the information that starts to make sense. Where then now, I didn't force her to do that. That was her own idea. Okay, well, why would I wait after we had this conversation? Yeah. And so, you can't convince somebody against their will, but what you can do is give them enough information that they can make a good decision. So it was a great decision for them to get going. So business as usual, except on steroids, right? During the holidays, looking for lots and lots of opportunities. And Tisha and I were talking about just staying consistent, staying consistent, doing the things that get that make us successful all throughout the year. And so Tisha is a director, and we're here also here in Knoxville. well, and Terry's a manager working on director really hard. So Tisha, I would love for you to share with us a little bit about what it looks like for you during the holidays working on your business.
Okay, great. I hope you can hear me. I'm having a little bit of a hard time hearing you guys.
Okay, let me turn
Can
it
you hear
up.
me okay?
Yes.
Are you hearing me? Great, great. Well, if you think about it, the seeds that you plant in the month of December are going to come to fruition in December, but they're also going to carry you through to February. So if you can keep that mindset, you really can't afford to shelve your business in the month of December. So I want to give you some tips that have really helped me. And I do this at the beginning of every month. And that is to begin, I do it with red ink. I get my calendar out, I get my red pen, and I write in everything that has to happen in the month, as far as things that my children have to do, just commitments that I already have. And then after I have a good view of what that looks like, and for December, it's going to be busy. But what you can then do is take those free moments that you have available and fill in where you're going to need to do your Isagenix business. One of the key things that I want to encourage you not to do, I know you're going to be busy, things are going to be crazy, but do not quit posting on social media during this time. Even if it's just once a day or a fun little thing about the holiday, you've got to keep that going, because even when you maybe have a super busy day and you're not able to work this business quite as much as you normally do, your people and your contacts are seeing those posts, and I can guarantee you they're going to reach out to you in a private message. That's what happens. They begin reaching out to you. So you got to keep that social media up. You've got to keep doing that because it's actually creating some leads for you later. The other thing is, as we're going to all these parties and all these functions, it is a great time to make more connections and to network with others if we do it right, if we do it in a tasteful way. And so what I want to encourage you to do is first of all, kind of shelve that mindset of having an agenda when you go to your parties and you go to these functions with your family and your kids and your friends. Just kind of shelve that and be more about connecting with people and hearing their heart, hearing, what's going on in their life, and making that connection during these times. And then out of that connection, what I like to do, after a party, if I've met somebody new or something, I'll say, hey, I would love to stay in contact with you. Could we connect on social media? And depending on, what kind of environment, and if you're more in a business environment, they're going to want to do that on LinkedIn versus Facebook, because that's where their arena is. But just ask them, I've enjoyed talking to you. Is there any way we could connect on social media? And that keeps that open for that relationship that you've just developed to kind of grow a little bit more. So that's one thing I like to do. Just shelve the mindset that you've got to hurry and meet somebody and close them at that party. Because if you do that, you'll be able to enjoy your time throughout the season, meeting new people, connecting and networking, and you'll enjoy this time. You won't be stressed out about it so much. And then the other thing is to kind of look at, and this is for the month of December, but it's also for January, February, but start, I think we all know that network marketing, it tends to highlight our weaknesses. That's what it's kind of done for me. It just does. Mm-hmm. And so if you can see what those weaknesses are, if you can own them and say, yep, I'm struggling in that area, and then respond or take action and start doing that in the month of December, you're going to have a great lead into the beginning of the year as well. And I'll just share one of my personal ones. For me, I had the realization that I was not connecting enough with the right people. I just was missing the mark, and I needed to meet people that were serious about changing their health and serious about looking at a business opportunity. And so I had a deficit, and what I did was I went and joined a BNI group, and that's something that took a big commitment, but it, once something is highlighted, we can sit there and make an excuse, or we can move on into how do I correct this. And so I want to encourage each of us, whatever your issue is, if it's social media, if it's not being around enough people, whatever your weakness is, just own that, see it, own it, and then begin taking steps to kind of move you into, where you need to be in the next few months. And I guess that would be the biggest thing is to stay consistent in every area. You can still fit all of your parties and all the things in for your family, but just in the pockets that you do have, be very intentional with your time. Be very structured and intentional in those moments so that you are planting seeds for now that are going to reap a harvest in December all the way through your February. And I think it's an exciting time.
Absolutely. You just started 4 people week before last, and you had that to overcome that little bit of an objection of why now, as well.
Yes. Well, and I tell you about that objection. I just break that down. We all eat at least 3 times a day,
Exactly.
if
Yes.
not more.
More for me.
Some of us do more. Yeah, I'm with you, Angie. And so I just simply said, well, how, I know you're wanting to enjoy the holiday food and all those things, but how about if we could start you on a wonderful, nutritious shake for breakfast and something for lunch, and then you just don't worry about this. Just go do your parties. How would that be? And most people are open to that. And what they're going to find, which Terry, I know you remember this, a pleasant surprise is if you're eating those 2 shakes earlier in the day, you're not as hungry by the time you get to that party. You're not. And another tip that I do sometimes is I'll have half of a shake before I go to a Christmas party, just so that I'm not nutritionally in a deficit position. And I really just get to enjoy the things I want then. I'll just pick at some things I really crave or want to try, but I'm not really getting my nutritional need met so much in those meals. Mm-hmm. And that's helped me so much to be able to do that. I do not feel deprived during the holidays at all. Not a bit.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. And anything else come up, you just jump in. Okay. So it's all about being proactive. It's about the schedule, like Tisha was talking about. It's knowing what this day is going to look like so that you own the day and the day doesn't own you. Okay. And that's true in our business anytime, right? I mean, it's looking at our funnel. Who do we need to follow up with? Who's getting started? Who needs a little bit of a push? Who do I need to sit down with and show U+2 with? Who do I need to Zoom with personally? Who needs a 3-way call? Who needs a text? Who needs a private message? It's just all of those things that are just business as usual. And again, the nooks and crannies of what, while we're doing it. Can you hear me okay now, Tisha?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good. All right. So we just continue to think about this as our lifestyle, this is what I do, this is a part of what I do, and you're just looking for opportunities, eyes, ears open, and being super proactive, not reactive, right? And that's true in how we eat as well. So plan, and plan, like you guys have said about the shakes and stuff. I still like chocolate, slim cakes. Just think of a coffee. Oh my goodness. That's my new love since Isogenics came out with coffee. 57, I started drinking coffee. It's a whole new me. I love it. So just share your enthusiasm for the products and for what they've done. And, you're going to look different. You're going to act a little different because of what this nutritional support has done for you. So be open. People are more open and more generous in their spirit during this time of year than they probably will be at any other time. And so they're a little bit more gracious. So that, again, opens that door for us to be able to share. We talked about the 85-15 rule, 6 out of 7 good choices. So go ahead, you can splurge a little bit and have fun. And then just give yourself permission to get off the roller coaster, because there's going to be some days that life is just going to be what it is. And, it's okay. You might just totally blow it, but guess what? If the good Lord has it in your plan, tomorrow's coming. And so you can start over tomorrow. So don't get in that mindset of, I blew it yesterday, I'll just start next Monday. No, just start tomorrow morning or start tonight. It's fine. I had 1 cookie, I'll just go ahead and have the rest of the pack. No, just go ahead and have the one and then get right back on, get right back on. So aim to stay on that smooth track to good health all the way through the holidays, and aim to stay on this really good tracking in your business. And, Marianne and I talk about this a lot. You've got to track your results. You've got to track your activity. And I'm not as good to do that. She's really good at doing that. And I think Tisha does a great job. I don't know how you are at tracking
Fair.
your activity. And I think, Terry works. She's part-time now, but when she started, she was full-time. And sometimes the busier we are, the more it forces us to be, super organized. And so I can take a lot of lessons from you amazing professionals here on this call today. So, okay. And then the other tip was, manage the holiday stress with all of our wonderful adaptogens. Oh my goodness, we have so many people that we're going to be bumping into that are just going to be so stressed out. And so, extra ionics. What about our cleansing, during the holidays too? That's a great thing. I mean, I was like just stuffing my face on Thursday going, Monday's coming and I'm going to do that 2-day cleanse and it's all going to be good. So we just have all these secret weapons that we're able to share with people and to just encourage them and help them to go, maybe I can do that. It's not maybe you can do that. You absolutely can do that. And I'm going to be there to cheer you on. I'm going to be there to support you and point you to some of the support that Isagenix offers too. So there's just really not a reason to not get started. There's not a reason to not begin today. So really go at it. If it's in your mindset that you can do that, then you can do it, and you can help others to figure out how they can make that happen too. New Year's resolutions, people are talking about that even in December. So if they're going to start in January, which we're going to hear that a lot, I'm going to start in January. Okay, then you need to start posturing your business for the last week of December. Get yourself organized, start making great notes, and knowing who you need to follow up with on December 26th. Because guess what? They've got Christmas money. They've eaten through the holidays because they didn't take your advice. And now they really are going to get started in January. Well, if they're going to start on January 2nd or 3rd, they've got to order before, by December 31st in order to do that. So make sure you're getting back to those people who said no right now, because December is still going to be here that last week, and you can get them started strong. And all you're doing is hopping back with them to say, hey, we had this conversation the first week of December. I wanted to reconnect with you and let's get on board. I'm going to take my fitness to the next level. We'll do this together. Just always helping people to have that sense of team. And then, always putting out there U+2, because who do you know? That's how we build this network. Even people who say, I don't want to do a business. It's okay. You don't have to do a business, but who doesn't want to get their products paid for? So always talking that up, because a lot of people just don't know that that's even an option unless we open our mouth and start to talk. And then that opens the door to go to all the rank advancements, showing people not only how to get their products paid for, but how to make a car payment, how to pay for a mortgage, how to create, residual income. Another thing that was shared this morning on the call was someone said, I didn't start this business because I needed the money. However, it has become a residual income for me. And what is so important to me is that I never know when this might become my plan A. And, in an economy where things are constantly changing and we're in a world that is always changing, we need to always be planning for plan B. And so if we're always growing this and working on it, this residual can be an amazing blessing if things really shift in a way that you didn't anticipate. So always be planning, for the future. So anything else that y'all want to add, or any questions that we've got? Tisha, Terry, y'all have anything for?
The only thing that comes to my mind is summer bodies are made in the winter.
Yes. I love that. They are. Yeah. And we can make them while they're covered up too. So.
Yeah.
So Heidi, I think that wraps it up for us, unless there's any questions, things you'd like to add.
Thank you so much, ladies. What a great call and so many great tips. And I just, as you all were talking, I have the TV in the background, and they basically, it was saying that $3.32 billion is going to be spent today on Cyber Monday. And Cyber Monday has, take advantage of it. Cyber Monday has actually outpaced and is creating more activity than Black Friday. Isn't that incredible? So I just read that 124 million people are going to be purchasing products on Cyber Monday. Crazy. So, you know, let's take advantage of that. And there were just a couple things I wanted to highlight. You know, I loved Angie and Terry, how you talked about start now. I mean, my Thanksgiving was so wonderful because I didn't get stuffed. The reason I didn't get stuffed is because I was nutritionally replete. That's what these products do for us. So my cravings for, you know, that second, I had dessert, but I didn't have 3 desserts, you know. It tames our cravings, right? When we're nutritionally replete with these products. And the stress factor, so important. And then Tisha, you said something that really resonated with me. This call is called our Monday Go Pro leadership call. And for the people that take their Monday mornings and tune into this, you know, I really encourage you. This is such a professional team, such a professional company, such a professional profession, if we can take it to that level. And in my mind, it's, you know, it's outpacing franchises. It's going to be really an elite profession, and that we'll be so proud to be a part of. And, you know, as Tisha said, don't go to these parties with an agenda. I loved how you said that. You're going to be uncomfortable if you do that, and so are the people that are talking to you. You can share your excitement for these products, but, you know, if I'm at a party, a holiday party, a cocktail party, most people do know what we do. If we're doing a good job on social media, people should know what we're doing. We should have that presence. And they know we're in the health industry. And, you know, it comes up most gracefully by asking them questions. So, you know, what do you do? And then when it comes up organically, we don't start vomiting Isagenix. We say, as Tisha said, and I love this, you know what? I would love to share more about the nutritional technology I represent. I believe everyone can benefit from it. I'm super passionate about sharing this. And it may or may not be a fit for you, but I would so love to, you know, get your digits, connect on social media, and introduce you to what I do. And don't dismiss the business. Okay. I love that too, Tisha, how you said, you know, you started focusing more on the people you were looking for. Guys, when you remember, what you focus on, you find. What you focus on grows. What you focus on seems real. And what you focus on, you ultimately become. So if we're looking for people that want to lose 10 pounds, we're going to find people that want to lose 10 pounds. And that's awesome. That can turn into somebody who wants to gain $10 million. You know, I mean, certainly that can happen, but don't, you know, the power of residual income, as Angie mentioned, is something that we need to know how to share. So I am also going to post in the chat group a little Zoom call I did on the power of residual income. People talk about it, but no one knows what it means. I explain exactly what it means in this. And you know what? That's our best freaking product, is residual income. So I'm going to end with that. And through these holidays, not only are people going to be gaining weight, but they're going to be going into debt. And we can show them a way to get out. And we can show them a way to create freedom from physical and financial pain. And that is truly a gift we can offer. We don't have an agenda. We're not trying to get something. We're hoping and passionately offering something. So I am going to stop the recording